think, first of all, from a general standpoint, whether it's offense or defense, the word that we use with our guys a lot is we want to attack. We want to be attack-oriented, whether that's on the offensive end of the floor or whether that's on the defensive end of the floor. When it comes to the offense specifically, I think when we think attack, the first thing we want to do is thrust the ball at the opponent 94 feet and make them guard us end to end. We're very much an up-tempo team. We want to attack in transition. You know, our philosophy is if we can get a shot that we can make early in the clock, that we've earned the right to make, that we've practiced, then we're going to take that shot. Pace is a big part of what we do. Obviously, the second part of what we do that I think is really important is our ability to set ball screens and playoff pick-and-roll situations. You know, it's no secret, you know, the way that the game's going right now, I think the speed and the tempo, if you watch the NBA, is continuing to increase. Our philosophy certainly matches that with our pace. And then the second thing you see when you watch an NBA game is the amount of pick and rolls or ball screens that are set. You know, in fact, this past season, we had the highest percentage of pick and rolls set per possession of any team in America. And as Jeff Van Gundy has so eloquently stated, you know, if you're in a college program and you're taught how to play off pick and rolls, what a huge advantage if you're one of those guys that has a chance to play at the next level. Our style of play really mirrors on offense, you know, what they're looking for in the NBA. Offensively, we're always talking about the way in which we can use our transition game, the way in which we use pick and rolls, our spacing, our ability to share the ball and take care of the ball, and when the shot goes up, our ability to have second shot pursuit. So regardless of what year or what tweaks we might make to our offense, those things are going to be pretty steadfast. The one thing I will say is each team's different. You know, some teams we have to back off the throttle a little bit in the best interest of the team in that particular year in terms of how much depth do you have? How much depth do you have at specific positions? I think that's really important. What strengths do your individual players bring to the table? So although we have a general philosophy certainly about how we want to play on offense, I think the one thing we've tried to do is be very adaptive in terms of our personnel within our general framework of what we want to do. Well, everyone wants to play the style that we play for the most part. You know, everybody wants to play fast. Everybody wants to learn how to utilize pick and rolls. I think we have a style that's very attractive to not only the community, but to fans, to recruits, to coaches. But certainly to play that way, you have to be in phenomenal shape. You know, it's interesting with kids, they'll say, hey, I want to be a part of an up-tempo or running team. And then when you start to put them through conditioning, you know, they might think a little bit differently. But what really happens for us is the strength, the conditioning, the pace in which we practice, everything that we do really has a purpose that prepares us to play that attacking style on offense end to end 94 feet.